Clear the floor, please. Do not be in the way. 3, 2, 1. Let's run.
Family, we are back in the game here. Bay Area Bar Calisthenics, run number 2. So we're in run 2 with the next 2 athletes here, getting ready to change the game. Volume 3 in San Francisco is in full effect. What you're seeing about the athlete on your right, she was shadow boxing the other day, or the other moment, I should say, getting ready for this right here. Just so you all are prepared and aware, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to what we have coming up. So we got Rox and Jessica here. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe so you stay up to date on everything happening in the calisthenics world. Every competition, we will do our absolute best to be there. And
Amber and Jenny, please be ready.
so the same rules apply, just the numbers increase to get to the next level. I absolutely love this community because this is just phenomenal. And we're done here. Up to the pull-ups here. Here is the point system that has been played here by Bay Area Bar Calisthenics. With the band, it's 1 point. Without the band, it's 2. The number you have to hit is 35. You still have to do dead stop pull-ups. Still have to wait for the top. Excellent reps here. She's making sure she locks out. She straight on the ball. She has a pause at the bottom. She is trained this way. It's the focus. She needs 35 points to go on to the next.
So we have to hit 35 points. You get 2 points for a regular pull-up, 1 point for a banded pull-up, and hit 35. So if you want to do no bands at all, you got to hit 18 pull-ups. Let's go, Ross! Yes! Let's go, Ross!
Now she elects to transition over to the bands. Check it out. Excellent form. No kip. You saw the deduction there on your left. Left side of the screen, you saw the deduction. No kip. But we want to make sure that we continue here. And we continue to get the cleanest amount of reps as we possibly can. You can choose to rack up your points here. So if you feel you have 18 reps in the tank, then you continue to push through. We are live in San Francisco Bay Area Bar Calisthenics Volume 3. The superheroes are out and they are walking the streets and competing today. So as we prepare for Jenny and Amber to come up, check out the beautiful, beautiful reps here. She has to get her chin up and over. She has excellent lockout. Jess is pushing. And she's done. She's going now over to the push-ups. This is a very excellent pace here by Jess, who is continuing to make sure she gets the tap she before she goes for her additional rep. So, folks, if you pay attention, on the bottom right side of your screen, the judge is tapping her with his thumb. She feels it. She's paying attention for it. She continues to form and she continues to lock in. And as we see, her competitor is still on the pull-ups, but still going here. Excellent motion here. That was an excellent rep on the pull-ups. Clean. Chin right over the bar, but she locked out.
Looking good, girl. Come on, you're almost done. You're in a good pace. You're ahead of her. I love this girl.
She's at 33.
Let's go, Jess. Let's go, Rex. Can you do a little noise for the women doing the calisthenics right here? Come on.
Jess and Rox are here. Jess has to get. She, that is absolutely correct. That fact that you just heard, the most women in calisthenics compete here on the West Coast. We're in San Francisco here. Jess has to get to 50 push-ups. She has 9 more to go. 9 more to go. And she finds her pace. And when she finds her pace, she gets in there, lock it in. You see Rox on the left side of your screen, continuing to push, continuing excellent form.
Squats. You need 80 pounds.
She needs 80 squats. Remember what I was saying earlier, folks. You hit the box and it moves. They know for a fact that you're superior.
We had to do 35 straight leg raises, 35 pull-up, 60 push-up, 80 squat to finish. 8-0.
Jess has a great pace. And Rox is right there setting the standard and setting the tone. The first 2 athletes competing right now in run 2. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and share, folks. Tell the world about what we're doing here at the Competitive Calisthenics Association. And just finished.
Can you take a picture too?
Awesome work.
So Amber and Jenny, go ahead and go with the, you're with the meter then, right?
So Rox is continuing to push through. She just started her squats. We got it. Amber and Jenny are next. 80 squats for Rox.
Boom, come on, let's go. Easy.
Rox with amazing pace here.
Come on, Roxy, sign up for it. Let's go. Sign up for it. Let's go.
Yes, she got 80 of these is not easy to do. It's not easy to do, folks. So to see them doing this like the way that they're doing it, it's phenomenal. This is why I call the athletes in this sport superheroes, and they're superhuman because of the way they push themselves to the limit and then pass them.
There you go. Let's go. Let's go.
And she strips the shirt and finds a new win. Rox is pushing her way to the finish line. 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79. Last one. Nice! So, folks, we just finished. And you know what everyone is competing for is this thing right here. That right there. Those first place medals, the second place and third place, what they're competing for right now. You see it on your screen. Hit and pick
Here we go.
a better chance to do it. And how they're going to do that, Amber and Jenny getting ready to come up. Look at what they have to do, folks. 40 straight leg raises, 35 pull-ups. There's a 35 points in the system. And here we go. Jenny and Amber going. So 40 of those leg raises.
Jenny will play in her bars calisthenics. A lot of each group in the house tonight competing.
It takes a level of discipline to be able to be competing at this level and continuing to push through the pain, through the lactic acid buildup. If you're an athlete, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And in case you're not an athlete and you're not sure what the lactic acid buildup is, it is exactly when your muscles start to ache from the amount of blood being pushed into that direction because of the exercise that you do. And when that lactic acid builds up, I'm telling you, it takes a level of mental fortitude to get through the workout. So when you saw the amount of work that these athletes have to do, please understand that it takes a lot. So the lactic acid can build up in the core for this exercise that you're seeing on your screen right now. When they do the pull-ups, the lactic acid can build up in their arms. And Jenny moves on, as we watch Jenny move on to the pull-ups. If she does 18 with no band, she can automatically advance to the push-ups. Amber is finished up right now, and she is going. Jenny took home a lot of the first place medals last year. Amber is a monster at this. This is one of her favorite and most gifted movements. She, you see her moving. That is how she does her pull-ups. She's going for 18, and I believe Jenny is going for it as well. This matchup right here is incredible because Jenny is a beast for Bay Area Bar Calisthenics. So what we want to also point out is when you see both of these athletes competing, Jenny on your right, Amber on your left. Amber just finished hers. Who is going to take it home? Amber went through her one of arguably her stronger movements, which is the pull-up. And now she's on to the push-ups, another movement in which she is incredibly strong at. Jenny, a formidable opponent, still on the pull-ups. Amber is locked in. She's making sure she locks out. She gets the tap. She has her pace. She's at 21 right now.
Let's go, Amber. Let's go, Jenny. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. Watch out, guys.
Halfway.
If you guys are taking video from the outside, it's cool.
Now Jenny is now on the push-up bar.
Hasty push-up here, 5-0.
5-0. You heard the number. One thing about Amber now, she is a believer in God, and that's one of the things that keeps her going here. She's been on a very treacherous journey in this calisthenics game, but she has fought through, and she's coming out on the other side, and that is commendable. She's pushing here, as you see Jenny coming up right behind her. The lockout is important. She's psyching in, getting her psyche ready, I should say, to transition. And she's done. She hit 50, and she's now going into the squats. For the fastest time, we are not sure who is going to take it, but Amber is pushing her way to that top spot. Fatigue is setting in on the right side for you, for Jenny, but she's a warrior. She's taking home an incredible amount of trophies here in the Bay Area. And she's a phenomenal athlete. Listen, for all the young ladies out there, you can do this. You can be a part of this community. Everyone starts somewhere. We heard a phenomenal story from Rosa, who is a calisthenic athlete here in the Bay Area Bar Calisthenics community, and she started with nothing. She started from nothing. She came out here. She said she was having a tough time and fought her way in calisthenics, helped revive her. She's now one of the judges that you saw before you today. And if you look at the right side of your screen, in the orange shirt, there is Rosa, an athlete, a competitor, and she's there encouraging her teammates as Jenny transitions over to the squats. 80 of those, Amber has already been well underway there. Let's see how far and fast we can get to the end.
Taj with Los. Display your reps. Taj with Los. Jack Rabbit with the break. Right here. Grab that right there behind you. Could you grab that bottle, please?
And she just finishes. And excellent work here by Amber. As we see Jenny now come through the finish line.
Let's go, Jenny. Finish it up. Finish it up.
There we go. She's speeding up. Here, I'm going to give you guys an interesting tidbit when it comes to dead stop. It is important to find your pace. Speed is not really the goal here. It's consistency, meaning consistency and endurance, I should say, meaning you keep the same pace and you go for the number. The long as you don't stop, you rack up and you lock in all of those numbers. Jenny just finished. Phenomenal work by Jenny. And I ask everybody to continue to clear. How you feeling, Jenny?
Feel good. It was me against me. Yes. Me against me.
Excellent work.
Thank you.
Here we go. We're in volume 3, run number 2.
Yep. All right, guys, let's go. Let's set up. We're going right into it. Please step up on the box. Please. Anybody in the pull-up lane, get out of the way, please, because that's what they're going to be running to right after. Please clear this part if we can. Five-second countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Once again, a common theme. LV Barstows right here. Jack Rabbit from Las Vegas. And Taj from the hometown out here.
So Taj and the Jacked Rabbit are going at it. One thing that the Jackrabbit on your left side of your screen asks for a day her judge to do is tap her hard. She wants to know that the rep counts and when it doesn't count. That's very, very incredibly vital for every athlete to talk to their judge about what they need from them in order to compete at the highest level. That communication is something that gets lost a lot in competition. We want to make sure that every athlete understands the rules, understand what is expected, and understand how they can win.
Let's go, y'all.
Taj takes a break, but then she gets right back to it. Taj is an incredibly focused athlete, and you see Jack Rabbit going up to her bar. Yeah, Jack Rabbit now is very, very locked in, and you see Taj now transitioning over to the pull-ups. If she hits 18 with no band assistance, she can automatically move on. She qualifies for 35 reps. So the judge made a correction. We don't want any kipping, and we don't want any throwing of your net. And the Track Rabbit already hits Val, a.k.a. the Jackrabbit, is not playing. She came here to win. Excellent pace here. Incredible pace. She hasn't taken a significant break yet.
Perfect pace. That's a perfect pace right there.
50 push-ups. Dead stop, knockout. She's halfway at 25 already. She takes her first break. Folks at home, I want you to understand that it's also imperative to notice how much of a break each athlete takes. How much of a break that they take, what is required. And when that break is over, how many reps do they do after that break? How many reps can they complete after the break? If you can complete 5 or more, you are an incredible athlete. And more importantly, you are poised to win. Taj is still on the pull-ups. She's electing to go the assisted. Those are 1 point each. And she completes and locks out on 2. Love it. Here's the third one. Val, the Jackrabbit, is incredible right now. I told you folks that superhumans do exist, and you're looking at 2 of them right now.
I don't know. I counted. There you go.
There's the fight. There's the fight. The next phase of who that athlete is kicking in.
There you go. There you go.
And Taj is now over. And at the pull-up bar, the push-up bar, excuse me. There is a tendency to want to knock through each and every rep. But remember, this is dead stop, folks. We want to make sure that you understand you have to wait for the tap. Taj on the right side of your screen is doing phenomenally right now. Excellent form. Feet together, sternum locked in, abs, core activated. And she's making sure she hits the bar and she locks out. And Val, the Jackrabbit, is still going. Folks, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and share the broadcast. Show the world these amazing athletes, these amazing women that are competing here today.
Perfect. Perfect. 20 more. Keep that pace. Don't give up. Keep going. Don't give up. Don't give up. Keep going.
So you see, folks, she has to slow down, and she has to make sure she locks out. Yep, there's the control again. There is the control again, folks. And Val, the Jackrabbit, just finished. Excellent job by Val, the Jackrabbit.
Raffle still going on, guys. On the front table, we got raffle tickets. That's $5 raffle tickets. We're raffling out the hat. $5. And no way cash.
So when Taj is going, she's making sure every single rep counts. Every single one of them, indeed, are clean. It's better to go slow and make sure everything is counted than to try to speed up and run to the finish line. Let's make sure we don't leave any money on the bar here. That's exactly what Taj is focused on right now. She's locked out, and she's waiting for the tap. And when her body gives out, she stops, she resets, and she goes again. We have a saying in the calisthenic community, and that is ones do count. And what that means is 1 rep at a time also adds to your automatic total. So you don't have to, instead of wasting time doing reps that aren't clean or maybe not as great, stop and do the 1 rep that matters, and that is the cleanest. Those are the ones that count the most. Especially when it comes to dead stop pace and slowing down and not leaving anything on the bar is incredibly important. And you see the community here, folks. You hear them clapping on Taj, clapping for Taj, and she's continuing to go as we transition now. We want to make sure we continue to push. So Taj is finishing up as we transition over to the next athlete. First breaking. Claudia now is up and doing the absolute best he can.
I need Nick and Q ready to go. Nick and Q.
So Claudia and Taj are the final two ladies in for run number 2, volume 3. And then we transition over to the fellas, Nick and CCA's very own Q Friends. Remember the discussion we had earlier, folks, when we were talking about lactic acid buildup and often shaped as, fatigue, muscle fatigue, which aches and pains during a workout. Remember, they're pushing their bodies to an extensive level, which requires them to push past that pain, not to injury, not to get injured or anything, but making sure that they know exactly what they need to do. Claudia's going up now. Taj is finishing up her squats right now to finish up her run, and she does. She finishes up the squat.
Together. Do one more inside. One more. Keep your legs straight. You got it.
She's getting some love and support.
Okay.
This is run number 2 for the winner. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and share the broadcast so we can tell other amazing women in the world that this sport exists and they can compete. Claudia is now electing to use the bands, which are worth 1 point per rep. Nice. The goal is to get to 35 points. 35 points is the goal.
Let's get Q Friends up with Noodles, Rosa, and Los. Just play the rep, please.
They're getting set up
Okay, go.
for the fellas to jump into this run here.
Don't take too long.
Very excellent. Way to clear the ball. Excellent job. Nice. Very nice.
Pick it up.
The judge is giving some instructions. When she comes down, don't go straight. Make sure you lock out first. And then you can elect to go to the bar.
Okay, now go.
She's at 20. So Claudia is going up now, and her team is pushing her to greatness. You saw the deduction there. No rep. The chin has to get over the bar. Nice job. Claudia is locked in. See the judge giving her instructions to clear your chin over the bar more. She wants it to be definitive. She wants it to be definitive. Leave nothing on the bar. Make sure it is definitive. She's digging deep here. She is digging deep. Nice. The next one has to be higher. She's pushing. She's locking in. Show Claudia some love. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, yeah.
It's very inspiring.
Thank you.
And I like how you add a little scientific element.
So, folks, Claudia is coming down to the end of her pull-up run here. Excellent job.
Three more. You got it. Three more. It's nothing. This is tough every time.
What I love about the judging here, they're pulling out the absolute best in these athletes. They're not trying to not give an athlete a rep. They're making sure the athlete does the absolute best they can, and they do the rep correctly. Do the rep correctly, and you will get paid accordingly. You see the support from her teammate Jenny. She has one more to do, and she can transition over to 50 dead stop push-ups. Here we go. That's it. Transition over. So Claudia has an excellent pace. Excellent work by Claudia. Check out her form. Legs together, locked, feet together, body straight, strong arms, excellent lockout, in motion, chest hitting the bar, waiting for the lockout at the top and waiting for the tap. She's doing phenomenal on these push-ups.
Let's go, Claudia. Finish it up.
Good, Claudia. Remember, squats is your strongest. Finish
Good
it.
knockout. Look at the form, guys. It's not about speed.
This is her home turf here. Ice Patch is where she resides, so she knows these bars very well. And judging by the form in which she's been exhibiting today, she's trained for this. She knows this pain and what this does for an athlete. She's been at that. You can tell by the form. You can tell by her commitment. She's been here before, and that's incredibly important. If you're pushing yourself in training, when you get to the competition, it is just another workout. The best athletes in the world are great because their training is like a competition. You can tell that Claudia has been training effectively because her form is impeccable. She's fighting and she's prepared for this. There's a push. Excellent by Claudia. Two more. Here we go. Two more. Last one. Let's go. Yeah, here we go. Come on. From what I've heard, the squats are her #1 exercise. After this rep, she transitions over. Here we go. So, this is an awesome pace. You heard Jenny, her teammate, said this is her area. Here's what I'm expecting. She doesn't stop. She keeps this pace. She gets to 80 faster than anybody has today. That's what I'm expecting today as we watch Claudia continue to go. She has an excellent pace because she's waiting. She's making sure she hits the box. She's locking out, waiting for the tap. Claudia hasn't stopped yet. She can she can take the record for the fastest time when it comes to these squats. Claudia hasn't stopped yet. She's not going to. This is her exercise. This is where she hangs her hat. And you see her coach Lawson looking at her, making sure she does everything correctly. And she finished. She never stopped. She never stopped. She didn't quit.
All right, gentlemen.
Excellent job by Claudia. And we get ready to see this man right here. Q France returning returning to the calisthenic competition world. Return of the man. So for this round, so now as we transition over to the guys, we saw the ladies go over to the straight bars,
Here we go.
further part of your left side of your screen.
Round 2 for the men's. I believe we have 3 moves, and then we're going to wrap it up. So this is the beginning of one of the toughest rounds, coming all the way from New York himself, Q France, representing the lead calisthenics. Nick. All right.
Here we go, folks.
Let's go ahead and start the time. In 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead.
So this is the return of Q France. He said he's not doing this for the medals or the awards, but for the love of the game. That's dedication. For somebody that has been in this game since the beginning, in the origin stages, and he's still going to this day. That tells you a lot about the community. It tells you what calisthenics can do for you, your body, and it's incredible to see. I'm not saying that because he's just my co-founder and brother in this, but it's just phenomenal to see. And one day, so many athletes aspire to be in the game this long, in incredible shape and focus. Now as we see it coming down, Nick still doing his thing. Let me tell you, Nick's muscle up game is incredible. It's really clean. He does that incredibly well. In Volume 2, we were able to see him do some things. In the CBL competition, we were able to see him do some things. Shout out to the CBL for also putting on some amazing events here at Ice Patch, San Francisco Progress Park. Q is still going, and he's done it. He's moving on, and we transition over. The goal is to get to the 35 reps.
Let's hear some noise. Let's go.
One thing about Q, he's not going to leave any reps on the bar. He's focused. You see, with his focus as well. He's pushing. Nick is just as focused. Making sure, excellent chin over the bar there in that lockout for Nick. Here we go, folks. I always like to say when things get quiet, the audience and everyone is laser focused on the athletes. Curious to see where they're going to go. That adjustment. There we go. When your body starts to, we said this earlier, your body fatigues faster with dead stop pull-ups, will dead stop any exercise. And you know exactly when that point is. You saw Nick pause right before he gets his chin over the bar because the body is at a point where it wants to stop and it wants to take a break. But you have a goal in mind. You have a goal in mind. You have a focus. You have something that's in front of you and you cannot stop. He just finished his pull-ups and he's going to the push-ups. Here we go. Very great pace. Here's another trick, folks. You can very much drop down in your chest to the bar and make sure your chest hits the bar as fast as you possibly can. But the key here is you pause on the lockout and wait for the tap. You can increase your pace if you drop down faster, but make sure you lock out and wait for the tap. After that, it's not up to you, it's up to the judges. 25, halfway there, even his judge is hyped. He's laser focused and he's locked in on what needs to be done. Nick is still on his pull-ups, but he's making sure every single one of those pull-ups are clean, and he just finishes. He's transitioning over to his push-ups. Q is over half of the way there. Well over half. So now going back to the strategy, folks, you can drop down as fast as possible. Make sure your chest hits the bar. But the key, remember, again, you have to make sure you are locked out, and you have to make sure you feel the tap. So make sure there's nothing in whatever's in your control that you do not slack on anything that is in your control. Focus, lock it out. Excellent work by Nick. Continue to push. Q takes his time. He focuses in. Nothing left on the bar. See that? The drop down. 5 more. And then he goes to 80 squats. Incredibly different ball game. Dead stop is not for the weak-hearted. Not for the weak-hearted. 2 more for Q. Then he goes to 80 squats. Come on. Come on. Very nice. You know what time it is, Bay Area Bar Calisthenics. Volume 3, the final exercise. What? Yeah. So here we go. This is a workout like none other. You have to continue to fight through endurance, that fight through with endurance. The thing that combats the endurance is that mentality of I need to stop. I want to stop. Your mind may be saying one thing. He said he's lazy and old. Well, let me tell you something. If you're lazy and old, I want to look lazy and old when I get there. Oh, there we go. Come on. Come on, Q. Come on, Q. Come on. He's done.
You just finished. Anybody? Anyone? Larissa? Anybody?
And now we focus. Now we focus on Nick.
Next group. Get ready. Nice job, Nick. Nice job, Nick. Patrick, see Janelle. Quickly, please. Patrick, see Janelle.
So now, folks, you saw it. We are working towards the end of this run number 2. You see what's happening in Bay Area Bar Calisthenics. Phenomenal work by Nick there. Excellent. This is the symbol. Shout out to all the sponsors in the game today. So that's Spa Fitness, Lavina Trucking, Plyo Project, Deadeye Coffee Bar, and so many others. Love it. Absolutely love it. As the athletes prepare for what's coming up next, we're getting ready to go. He said he's coming back. Let's see what he does. Let's see what he does today.
Let's go. Let's go. We got Pat here. Marcus in his first competition ever. Let's get it. All right. Timekeepers. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Little noise for them, please. Come on.
Yep. So Pat here, the former football player.
Taj and Cisco. Taj and Cisco, the final 2 competitors.
Pat is a former football player who fell in love with calisthenics and has not changed his mind since. That's what happens when you come in contact with this community. What is he doing? He's breezing through these right now. Final 10 here for the straight leg races here. He said he was coming back. He said he was coming to change the game, and that's what he's doing. And he transitions over to the pull-up. He needs 35 of these to move on to the push-ups, where he will have to do 50. Excellent pace for the lockout here. Again, take a look at the hand placement there. Thumbs behind the bar. That changes exactly where the stress on the forearm goes. And it finds it a little bit. And it does. Oh, excuse me. 50. No,
Come on, let me finish.
oh, there was a discrepancy, a mix-up. So that now he has 24. He has to get to 35. And you see the incredibly strong athlete on the right is just making sure. No, we don't. They're not going to allow the jerking, and they're not going to allow any tipping. So the final two, 6 more, as the final two competitors are announced here at the Bay Area Bar Calisthenics Volume 3, run number 2. Four more, and then he can now go over to the push-ups. Four more. He has to get that chin up and over. Make sure he clears, his chin clears. Two more, and then he can go over to push-ups. They're both athletes are now at two reps to get to push-ups. Now the race begins. This is where it gets incredibly interesting. Who is going to finish first and transition over to push-ups? He has one more. He has to dig deep here. Dig deep and get there. If they only knew how close they were. And Pat transitions over to the push-ups. And right behind him, remember, no momentum. Wait for the tap. I'm telling you right now, it's a different level of focus, folks. A different level of discipline. I can guarantee you, his body wants him to stop. His body wants him to quit, but he is continuing to go. It is the innate nature to want to speed up, but dead stop enforces the fact You have to slow down the pace. Every rep has to count. 10 more. And then he's on to squat.
Right there.
Come on.
There you go, right there.
He has an opportunity to do 2 at a time here.
Right there. Keep doing them. Just like that. You got this. 4 more. Let's go.
4 more.
Just like that.
Squats, here we go. Yep. He has to make sure he's hitting the bar. He has to hit the box. He has to hit the box in order.
Don't stop, brother. Keep going. Yep. Get your money, boy. Get your money.
It's all you.
That's all you. Don't stop. This is your last thing. Gas out. You convert later. Let's go. Marcus.
Yes.
Let's go.
Pat and Marcus are going at it right now.
Almost there. It's all you. Close the door. Come on. Close the door.
I have to correct myself, folks. I said Pat was a former football player. Marcus was the former football player who's the athlete you see on your left side right here. And Pat, excellent pace on the right side of your screen. Getting some correction from the judge. You have to make sure you hit the box. Excellent work here. They're coming down to the end of it. 60 for Marcus. 67 for Pat. Pat on your right side is at 68. Marcus, they're both in their 60s. Hit the box. He has to hit the box. He's closing the gap on Pat. And he's done. They both finished.
Cisco and Coach. Find your judges. Display your reps. Find your judges.
How you feeling?
Tired of shit.
The final 2 competitors. Oh, we might have one more. We might have one more. Dylan from Venice Beach Calisthenics might be the final competitor. He gave it all he got. As we prepare. We're transitioning, folks. I want to continue to say thank you to our sponsors, Deadeye Coffee Bar, Pico's from the Bay Area. Never forget that you're watching Bay Area Bar Calisthenics Volume 3. And it's just a host of other spa fitness fly-up project, of course. The CCA Calisthenics, as always. And they're all competing for these right here. These right here are what they're looking to compete for. They want to make sure that they can go away. Your goal is to get first place, but second and third place are great as well.
One of the I don't want to say general because the general's here right here, but
That's what they're competing for. And this is the run one more time. 40 straight leg raises, 35 pull-ups, 50 push-ups on the low bar, and finishing with 80 squats. Best time wins. And we're getting set up to see one of the generals of LV Bar Stars, this man right here, Cisco. He said he competes with shades, so no opponent ever sees his eyes. Love it. Love it.
cash.
Okay.
Timekeepers, we set. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Cisco and Cash.
Cisco and Cash now going at it. We're coming down to the end. The final competitors here, and then we announce the winners. Cisco is focused, doing his absolute best to stop the momentum. It's very hard to do, folks. Please don't look at these athletes with judgment. It's hard to do this in the moment with so much adrenaline going through your system. It is required, though, and they're continuing to try to slow it down, but it's difficult to do. You see Cash on the right side of your screen, making sure that it counts. Okay. 5 more for Cisco. And Cisco now is ready. 35 pull-ups here. 35 pull-ups here as Cash just finishes or coming down to the end of his run.
Wait for the tap, Cisco.
So if you're not aware, Cisco is one of the generals at LV Bar Stars, and at Rainbow Park, their training is vigorous. Their training is vigorous at Rainbow Park. So they're no strangers to dead stop. They're no strangers to competition. They're no strangers to strict form. One of the generals and the professors there at Rainbow Park is Josh, Cisco's right-hand man here, and he does not allow any type of leeway. So with that mentality, you come away a champion. You train with discipline, you come away with medals and gold. And that's what LV Bar Stars is about. Being focused and giving it all they got, but make sure it's clean.
Doing great, Cisco. You're doing amazing.
Here's the choice. You see Cash now.
Shake it off, go back up.
Cash now is elected to do his now transitioning over, to do his pull-ups.
Hang before you
He
drop.
has to make sure. You see the judge saying no, it doesn't count. You have to make sure your chin gets over the bar. You see Cisco is making sure that chin gets over the bar, and he's locking out the bottom, waiting for the tap. The faster you lock out, the faster he taps. He has 6 more reps in order to transition over to push-ups. 50 of those.
Let's go. Let's keep some noise.
Here we go. Cisco's getting a bit of correction there to make sure his chin gets over the bar. You don't want to leave anything there. One more. Come on, get up there, General. The General has to get up there. Oh, nope, it doesn't count. The General has to get up there and clear that chin over the bar. Let's see him do it. Last one here. Go. He's going over the push-ups. There we go.
Damn. Let's go.
Folks, I was telling you before, you can drop down as fast as you want. Make sure your chest hits the bar. But when you get back to the top, you wait, you lock out, and wait for the tap. You see Cisco's earlier reps here. They were incredibly fast on the drop down, but he made sure he waited for the tap. Wait for the tap. 20 more. 20 more, and he goes on to finish with 80 squats. From what I hear, he's not stopping on the squats. That's 80 of them bad boys, and if he locks out, it's over. 10 more, and he hasn't even broken a sweat. He has the shades on, the hat, in style, not playing any games. You hear it. The team is behind him, and the General, come on. The General is making sure. Gotta love it. Got to love the way he's been able to do this. Cash is still on the pull-ups, and that's okay. Get them done. Get them done. You are only competing against you. You are your opponent. Focus on yourself at every single rep. Cisco here is at an excellent pace here. He hasn't stopped yet. From what I hear, he's not going to stop. He doesn't stop. He is one of the leaders for LV Bar Stars, and from what we can see for how they showed up today, their training is impeccable.
Keep that pace, Cisco. Keep that pace. Just keep going. Keep that pace. Just keep going.
60.
This is it.
8.
Come on. Home run. This is a home run.
Last 10 right here. Here we go. They're pumping it. They're pumping it. Nice. Nice job. Nice job.
Let's go.
Excellent job here.
Get with meters real quick. Meters. Just one more.
Excellent work. Cisco, man, how are you feeling? Excellent pace on the push-ups. Excellent pace on the pull-ups.
Thank you, man.
You really trained for this.
Yeah, sure did.
And now let's check out Cash. Cash ready, let's go. Come on, Cash. Lock this out. Let's go.
Let's go, Cash. Finish it up. We got Cash finishing his run.
Yep.
Come on, Cash.
Coming all the way from that load. He's going to wrap up the competition.
So now you see Cash and Dylan are the final two competitors here in Bay Area Bar Calisthenics. Dylan on the right side of your screen is a phenomenal and amazing freestyle athlete. He's done some cool tricks today, giving the crowd here a bit of a show. Cash is coming down to the end of his run here. Keep that pace, Cash. Keep that pace. It's nothing but sitting and standing. Break it down into simple movements. It's a sit and a stand. That's all it is. You can do that. And you see Dylan keeping a great pace there with the straight leg raises. Dylan is now on his pull-ups. Cash is finishing here.
Shout out to Red Star. If you guys want your customized bars or boxes,
Get the cash.
Come on, Cash. Dylan has to finish. Come on, come on. Even though it's burning, you got to keep going. You got to focus and you got to keep going. You're not in pain. You just got to keep going. Keep going. You're walking, you're running through the tape. Run through the tape. Play zero games with this. Focus. Do it again and again and again until they tell you it's over. You don't stop because it hurts. You stop because it's over. You stop because it's over. That's it. Focus. Last 10. Last 10. Run through the tape. Wait for the tap. Wait for the tap. Wait for the tap. Focus. Come on. Focus. Excellent work by Cash as he finishes up. And we transition over to finish with Dylan. Amazing work by Cash. Awesome. And we go, and we're checking out Dylan here. He's elected to do a little bit of a closer grip. That one was a struggle. He should take a break here, shake it out. And when he does, it will empower him to go further, faster. The rest here would allow him to get further, faster. He would benefit also from getting a little bit of a wider grip that allows his chin to get more so, not just his chin, but his body, the shape of the back, to easily transition up into the pull. It gets incredibly harder the closer your hands get to each other to get a full range of motion complete. So what we want to do is make it a little bit wider, but he's going to go wherever his body feels comfortable. So no kipping. So he has to remind himself in the discipline of the fact that he has to keep his legs straight. He's looking for whatever he can to give him that extra pull. That grip right there might just see. just as we suspected, folks, a little bit wider allows him to go up a little bit easier, but more so making it noticeable that the chin is up and over. He just finished, and we're going over to push-ups. Excellent lock here by Dylan. He's the final competitor here in San Francisco Bay Area Bars Calisthenics Volume 3, Run 2. Shout out to all the sponsors we have here that support this. Thank you so much for checking out the live stream here at CCA Calisthenics. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And let's make sure we show Dylan some love here for the incredible work that he's been doing today. If you go check out CCA Calisthenics on IG, you will see him doing some very incredibly cool freestyle tricks. At the last minute, he elected to enter into the contest, and he's been doing phenomenal ever since.
More than halfway there.
More than halfway there.
Go. Go. There you go, like that. 18 more.
Up there's the fatigue. And he still gets up and gets the lockout and gets the tap.
13 more.
My coach used to tell me all the time, John, your body changes when you get tired. But how many reps can be counted when you are dead tired? You can see the fatigue in his face, but he's still getting every rep counted because why? He has to get his chest to the bar and he has to lock out and get a tap. Basic movements that require the best. There we go. That's the fight. That's the fight. That's the fight. He is absolutely focused here. Finish strong. Finish strong, Dylan. Let's go. Finish strong. Finish strong. Yo, there's that fight. Excellent fight. 4 more until he runs the final lap, and that is 80 squats.
2 more.
Finish strong. Let's go, Dylan. Finish strong. There we go. Finish. And he goes into squat.
Easy, bro.
He has to hit the box for it to count. Folks, you are staring at the final competitor here in San Francisco. And he is still giving it every bit that he has. You see both angles. You see him hitting the box. You see him locking out. And you see the tap. The level of focus. 80 can seem like a long ways away. But if you break it into increments, it's incredibly easier, a lot more easier to do. All you have to do is break it down into smaller chunks. And then everything gets easier. Everything can come smoother. And more importantly, every rep will continue to count. He's at 50. He can break these down into sets of 10. 3 sets of 10, and the race is over. Continue to work. He's working. He's working. He's working. This is a test of the will.
Come on.
Let's go, Dylan. Last competitor here, finishing up here. Make some noise for him to finish up here.
Come on. Come on. Come on. He's giving it every. Come on. Give it everything you got. Come on. Come on. Push. 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 That's it. Nice. Excellent work. Folks, when you give it everything you got, you end up right over here. What I was showing you all the time here.
The medal presenters, photographers, sponsors, Picos.
Shout out to Plyo Project, one of the sponsors here, for supplying the incredible trophies here.
We're going to take about a 5-minute break, and then we're going to announce some winners here.
That was hard to get the mango pie.
Hold on. I'll be right back, folks. Thank you so much for everything that you continue to do. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Folks, I want to thank you so much for being a part of the Bay Area Bar Calisthenics Volume 3 competition. You saw Run 1 and you saw Run 2. It is something that we cannot thank you enough for the support and everything that you continue to do. These athletes give and devote their lives to this sport, and we want to make sure that we're supporting them accordingly. This is the greatest sport in the world, and we want to make sure we show that. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Before we get out of here, Q, what were your thoughts as a competitor competing in here today?
Bro, let me explain something. As simple as this may look, the fact that you can pace yourself and everything else, everybody was trying to go for broke. And you see the bodies hit the floor when it came to the advanced level. Because you want to do your best, but it catches up to you. And the weather was fluctuating throughout the day. Right now it's a little bit warmer than when everybody started. But once your body heated up, you know, it was all you and what you can give, plus the energy that your competitors was giving back to you.
I tell you, you competed. We are so happy that you're back in the game. He got his medal. You see the medals. For the trophy presentation, make sure you go to CCA Calisthenics on Instagram so that we show all these athletes love. Shout out to all the sponsors. You are listening to the official CCA broadcast live on YouTube. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share this Bay Area Bar Calisthenics Volume 3, almost in the books. Thank you so much for all the sponsors and showing us love. We